I'm going to show you in this video how you can actually build a super agent inside of HighLevel to actually update and post items directly to your Google Business profile, or not necessarily yours, but you can also do this for your customers as well. Now, first of all, not a lot of people even know that you can post things directly into your Google Business profile. You actually can. As a matter of fact, it's something that is not a high ranking factor. It's just one of those additional things that you can do that Google sees that, hey, this customer, this business really has active engagement with their profile because they're constantly posting new images, new articles, new tidbits, new tips and tricks, whatever it is that you want to think about it, they're posting this to their Google Business profile. So now it just shows more active management. Now, I want to show you how to build this, but you're going to have to change a little bit that how HighLevel actually built the super agents. This is more of a custom build. So let me kind of show you how this works. Let me hop over to my computer and let's begin. Now, before we get started, I do want to just show you this quick screen. These are just something, again, I don't know 100% about these statistics. I don't really claim to be a search engine optimization guru. So obviously, please do your own due diligence. But right now, there are postings inside of Google Business Profile that you can actually post things to. Why not use them, or why not do this for your customer as an additional service to help them rank higher? Now, if you take a look here, that although it's not a major factor, it says posting regularly can appear up to 3.1 times more often in top search results. Now, if you take a look at this, you could I just simply search for statistics on how well you should post to your Google Business Profile. And then it comes up with some other articles over here saying how often, once per week, ideally for maintenance and low competition services, 2 to 3 recommended for growth, but then 4 to 5 times a week for high density, competitive urban markets. So for instance, if you're an electrician in a major metropolitan area, you're going to have competition. If you're a landscaper, you're going to have competition, right? So you'd want to make sure that you just at least could post. And if you could set this up and automate this and only cost your customer a little bit of money, if they're not using the unlimited AI feature, then why not? Why not do it and be able to increase them and sell it as an additional feature, maybe even charge them more money for it? This is going to be completely up to you. But before I get off the topic of all this other stuff, let me just show you about how this works and how you set this thing up to run automatically based upon the components and the features of HighLevel's super agent. Now, I'm going to start from scratch in case you've never seen or set up a super agent inside of HighLevel. It is a relatively new feature. It's still currently in the labs area. Now, let me show you what that means. Once you log into your account with HighLevel, so let's just say you have a HighLevel account, you go into your sub account, you want to click on settings. You want to come down to the very bottom on the left and click on labs. Now over here, you can simply search for a couple different things. You can search for the word agent. That would work. But Agent Studio Super Agent, you would make sure you want to toggle this on. Okay, once you toggle it on, that means the feature is now available inside of that sub account for you to use. And then you're going to come back to the main menu. You're going to come down to AI Agents, and then you're going to come over here to Agent Studio. Now, once you come into Agent Studio, this is where you can actually configure and set up the super agent. Now, this is where I told you we're going to have to build something custom. So let me show you what I mean by that. All right, thank you for that. I had to just get this pulled up here. But right now, what we're going to have to do, let me just show you what creating the agent looks like first of all. Now, you can build your own, which means that you're really going to have to understand how to build a prompt, and you're going to have to understand how to program and tell the AI agent what it is that you're looking for in order to do something. But cool thing is HighLevel is actually giving you several sort of base use cases or small entry points, prototypes, if you will, to work from. Now, these are the 4 that you see here. I'm going to work from the social media posting, but I actually show you in there how you can actually sell this for a couple $100 more to an existing customer or client. It's great. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. When you open it up here, this right here is the major thing you need to worry about. This little block called the instructions. This right here is, again, how you program the super agent to do what it is that you want to do. Now, this particular set of instructions are really meant for social media posting, but with the great advantage of having ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, one of those other AI tools, they could very easily take these instructions and convert them to posting through the Google Business Profile connection. Now, here's the point. You do need to make sure before you do this that your Google Business Profile is set up and integrated before you actually run this. Otherwise, whether you think about it or not, this is going to fail. If you don't have your Google Business Profile connection, then how can it post to your Google Business Profile automatically? So now I'm going to show you what I did to get this thing working. And I'm going to show you what it's like in my production environment because I already have it set up and I've already run it and I've already tested it, which is why I'm doing a video showing you how to do it. So right now, these instructions are completely customizable, so I can highlight all of them. I can copy it. I can cut it. All of these instructions are, again, completely changeable. But right now, you could take those set of instructions and hop over to ChatGPT. So this is what I did inside of ChatGPT. Please review the following instructions for social media posting, and convert the instructions into a Google Business Profile posting for my company, SMB 360 Marketing, whose website is there. So all I did was just to simply click quotes, copy and paste the entire instructions inside here. Now it comes all the way down to here, I think. And then I can't blow this up inside of ChatGPT, but I said, please ask me any questions you need before you generate the new instructions if needed. So I'm asking ChatGPT, if I haven't given you all the instructions that you need, please ask me what you need in order to make this prompt better. So it did. It came out with things like, what is your primary goal? What is the goal of this? Is it to have people to your website? Is it to book an appointment? So it gives you some examples. So you just simply have to say, what is your primary goal? What services do you have? And it pulled all these services from my website. So you can add additional services in there if you want to. These are going to be different services, topics that the AI bot posts about. And you can just have it go through and just rotate through all of the different services, creating a post for each one of them every time you do this. Pretty cool. You could do geographic targeting. So again, if your business is in Atlanta, Georgia, you can specifically specify Atlanta, Georgia. And why do you want to deal with anything outside of there if all of your customers and you can only service that particular area, for example? But posting style, how do you want to post it? Educational tips, service promotions, before and after case studies, things like that. You can do either one of them. But it asks you just a bunch of series of questions. And I'm not going to go through all of them here. There were, 11? So here I come through and answer all 11 here and ask it to generate it. So it says Google Business Profile Posting Agent. Now it created it. It created the whole prompt telling me, here's the business name, here's the website that you're going to be executing from. And it generated all of this information right here. But here's the problem that I had. Here's the problem was once this thing was created here, and I'm going to back out of here and actually go into the one I created. So let me get back here. First, let me delete this because I want to clean up my production environment. I don't want this sticking out there. But this Google Business Profile posting. Now, inside here, if we take a look at the agent, so this is the information that you just kind of saw in ChatGPT. But right now, if you take a look here, what we're going to do is sit back and change this. You see it says chat started, but right now we're actually going to schedule. We're going to schedule this post to actually run every so often. Okay. Now, one of the things that you have to understand is whenever you do schedule this thing, you're going to have to basically put all of the stuff you want the Google Business Profile to do inside of the Super Agent. Whenever the schedule runs, we put this on a schedule and it runs every so often. You need to make sure that every time this thing runs, you don't need to give it any command. You don't need to give it anything that it needs to do. It just needs to run, and you need to have it have self-contained all the information that you want it to do. For instance, you can have it say, generate one post, and I want you to create a relevant image for that particular post for a topic that is in the list on my website. And I want you to post that for the next following business day at a certain day and time. You say generate one post, schedule it for the next day at a certain time of that day, whatever time zone you're in. And the Super Agent can run through and do this for you. Now, once you do that, now you don't need to give this Super Agent any instructions. It knows whenever it runs, it just generates one post and schedules it for the next day. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, what you can do is you can schedule this post, you can schedule the Super Agent to run every day, let's just say at 11 p.m. every day. 11 p.m. it runs your time zone, and its purpose is to generate a post for the next business day. Okay. And if you wanted to, you could say only run Monday through Friday. Only post Monday through Friday, not on Saturday and Sunday, if you wanted to. But these are the additional instructions that you have to put in ChatGPT to tell it what to post and when to post. So once you do that, I don't know how many things you want to do at one time. Here's one of the things I did find out that was limiting. At one point, I tried to sit back and have the Google Business Profile. I've since deleted the old one because I've been practicing on several of these iterations. But I tried to have it run for 30 days all at one time, generate 30 days of content, and then generate 30 posts, 30 images, and then post them all for the next month. That way it just has to run once a month. You run it, boom, it generates all the posts for the next month. Apparently that was too much for this particular Super Agent to do all at one time. It kept crashing. It would never finish. So after contacting support, they just said, keep it smaller, 3, 5, 7, something like that. You might be able to do more. but keep it a smaller quantity of posts to get these things scheduled so that I can execute more quickly. Because I think the longer it spends executing, that's more AI cycles or credits, tokens, whatever, and it'll just bomb. It'll just eventually time out because you're taking too long. And I don't know what that time is. So you can test this for yourself. But if you take a look here, the one I scheduled was just simply for 5. I did want to have it scheduled for 5 posts. So if you take a look here, this is the posting schedule. So this one's going to run 5 posts. It's going to create 5 posts, 5 images. And then once it runs, it'll take the first post and schedule it for 11 a.m. Central Standard Time the following day of whatever day it runs. Then the day after that is the second post. It'll post at 11 a.m. or you could change the date and you could change the time. But basically, I wanted to take the 5 posts and schedule it 1 post every day for the next 5 days. And then you simply schedule this post once every 5 days. So the first time it runs and puts posts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good enough. Then after the 5th day, when you don't have any more post schedules, it runs and executes again. Except this time when it runs, you're going to run it on day 5, and it's going to post for the next day, post 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the agent is going to rest. And then on day 10, every 5 days, it's going to execute. So now what it is that we need to change is once you get this inside of ChatGPT, once you come back through here, and if we take a look, let me see where I made that change. It says update. This is where I had to go back. And once I put the schedule on it, I had to sit back and change the prompt, because before the prompt didn't have any amount of posts that it needed to create. It just said create posts regarding these topics. And it required me to log in and say, create 2 posts, create 5 posts in schedule, create 20 posts in schedule. But now I don't have to tell it what to do because all of those instructions are self-contained inside of the instructions themselves. All you have to do is just simply execute the super agent and it runs, does what it's supposed to do, and then quits. So there's no inputs, there's only outputs. And the outputs are already programmed in the prompt. This is what we're doing right here. So what I did is said, update this prompt to automatically create 5 Google Business Profile posts whenever it's executed, including an image relevant to the post, and post each article once every day at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, starting the day after the prompt runs. And again, I'm not a super prompt builder. I was just simply talking to ChatGPT, trying to tell it what to do. So basically it went through and changed the prompt. Here's the prompt that it generated for this. So you take a look, all the prompts are still here. It has the posting schedule that we saw right here. So it created a nice schedule for you on how it actually needs to execute. And then I just simply copied that here, copied that from ChatGPT, came over here and put that into the prompt and saved it. Now I want to wait and show this to you. If you come over here to create trigger and do schedule, now I can say set this interval for every 5 days. And right now, August 2nd, I'm just going to have it run. It doesn't really matter when it runs because there's no inputs on this. Okay. It runs and it just does what you told it to do. So really you just need to make sure the day it runs, it needs to run before the actual posting date and time of the first post. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'll just leave this the same here at 10 a.m. When should it end? Never. So you just want it to keep doing this over and over again and click save. Now what you notice is over here, the trigger says schedule. And now all you have to do is just simply come up here and click publish. And then whenever you do, now it just simply executes and runs. So that right there is how you actually set up a Google Business Profile agent to run automatically. Now, to let you know, I did sit back and just wanted to show you how this thing executes. So right now, if we click on this, this kind of goes through all the processing of what it's actually doing. I'm not going to bore you with that. You could take a look at that in your own system. But here, this is what it does generate. So here, out of all the topics I gave it, it generated a topic over AI receptionist, Google review automation, local SEO, website design, missed call text back. So all of these primary keywords, AI receptionist for small business, Google review automation, the primary SEO keyword inside of the prompt, I just simply told it to take whatever article you're dealing with and generate a primary SEO keyword for that. And that's the keyword that you're going to target inside of the article. Here's the second keyword. This is when it was actually scheduled. So this thing ran, scheduled it for, I think I ran it yesterday. So it ran it for today at 11 o'clock. And if we look at this for, go back to whenever August, I have to go back here. I've been scheduling a lot of these. So right now, if we take a look here, I believe this is the one. If we take a look, scroll back out, notice is the image that it created. So right now, if we take a look, let me move myself over because I'm blocking the prompt. But this right here is the actual prompt that it came out with. Here's the image. So what is this doing? All it's doing is just generating relevant information, either for your business or for your customers, that's relevant, that lets Google know that you're engaged and you're actively managing your Google Business Profile to have their Google Business Profile rank higher, to show it more active management. Now, this is the same thing that you do whenever you want to reply to a Google review. Why is it so important for you to reply to Google reviews? Because you show Google that you're actively managing their system. Whenever somebody leaves a review, you can use HighLevel for this. I'm trying to tie these together because a lot of people understand the importance and relevance of actually responding to a Google review once you actually give it in a timely manner, not like a month or 5 months or a year later, like somebody replies, 3 hours later, you have the reviews AI system automatically push a reply to that review and respond. Why is that important? Because when Google looks at that, they see your response time is in hours. Not necessarily minutes, hours, because this is realistic. You're working in your business. So right now, that says being actively managed. There are being posts on this, actively managed. So now you start ranking higher on Google, and you can automate this entire process just from what I've shown you. Come into a super agent, get this thing configured, have it generate. Again, right now, keep it small. If you wanted to, you can even just say generate one post every day and schedule it to run every day. And then it just generates a post for the next day. So you could do that too, whatever it is that you want to do, but it does require that you understand the fundamentals of customizing the initial prompt that you get from the social media manager using ChatGPT to tell people what business it is, because this may not be for you. This could be for your customer. Your customer could be a landscaper. If that's the case, then here's the landscaping business name. Here's their website. Hopefully you're doing their website and you've already done some search engine optimization on their website that shows all the business and service pages and so forth. This is a super agent. Right now, it's actually free, I think. HighLevel's running a promotion. You could run these things and schedule these things for free. But now this thing could take you 5 minutes to set up. And now you're posting to the Google Business Profile with a new image and a new article with relevant information every single day to their Google Business Profile. Okay, that is powerful. That right there will get them ranked higher. And that's just another service that you could provide that once you set this up and automate it, it's a no-brainer. So anyway, if you are interested in signing up for HighLevel, maybe if you haven't done it yet, again, I just want to remind you, there is a link in the description below. It's my affiliate link. I do get credit for your signing up, but I also provide a lot of bonuses and access to me afterwards. But just click on it. You get 30 days for free to play with this, to get this all set up, to see if it works for you. And just let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Again, smash that like button, and thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.